Hey Run Junkies, and welcome to the Goofy Challenge training update for week 14 out of 20. This is my personal training plan we're talking about, so just to give you a perspective where we are, we're 6 weeks away from Walt Disney World Marathon weekend. This update is for the week of November 25th through December 1st. It's a little late getting out because this was kind of a crazy week. For many of you watching, it was the Thanksgiving holiday week and a lot happened last week. We had weather roll in, there was holiday prep, we ate so much food. And then on a personal note, we had a little bit of a family issue and our dog came down with some physical challenges that we had to deal with. And actually it's been taking a lot of time, but we're finally getting to the bottom of it. He's feeling better and I'll tell you a little bit about that later on and then also in next week's update. I did what I could to get this out to you on time, but basically life happened in a big way last week. And I'm not the only one, I know. I'm just here to tell you the same thing that I always do. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. So here it is. This is a highlight reel of sorts for week 14. Hey, can you chill? Do you mind? I mean, okay, here, take this. I have a dog who is in desperate need of some playtime because today, Monday, is a rest day. I am not going out for a run today. I may go for a walk this afternoon or, at some point today because the dog is gonna need it and we are expecting snow. Here is what is on the docket for this week. I have a 3-mile run planned. I have a 6-mile with hills planned. And then for the weekend, I have a back-to-back Goofy Sim that is 8 miles and then 19 miles on Sunday. A couple of cross-training sessions in there and then some more afternoon walking. So I'm hoping to get all of that in this week. It is gonna be kind of crazy. It is not often that you get to rake and shovel on the same day. I just finished raking some leaves and I know that the snow is coming in, which is why we are out right now. Got the dog. I'm gonna take him for a nice long walk so he gets some exercise before we're stuck inside for a couple of days. We're expecting 6 to 10 inches of snow. It's snowing a lot. Woke up to about 10 inches of snow this morning. We had a good system come through here. It's not quite done yet, but I am gonna get on the treadmill today instead of brave that out there. So I'm gonna move some things around just because I have a lot going on this week. I think I'm gonna do a longer run today, 6 miles, over an hour, just to get that out of the way. I have a hills workout and I'm not sure what the weather is going to do and how that's going to affect the trails around here for the next couple of days. So I figure I can do the hill workout on the treadmill just fine. It's a good thing there's Disney Plus. But I'm going to get that done and then I'm going to go back out and shovel some more. Okay, it is Wednesday morning. I've got family coming into town. My parents are going to be here in a few hours. My brother's coming down. I think the table is as set as it's going to get. I have most of my groceries over there, getting ready for Thanksgiving dinner. And the table is cleared off of all Legos and homework and all the other stuff. We got the good stuff out. I have a little bit of time to kill. My husband is up getting the dog a bath. And he's going to the grocery store. Thank goodness, because going to the grocery store the day before Thanksgiving just makes me break out. I am gonna go for a 20-minute walk, maybe even a 30-minute walk. Wow. It's on the plan today. It's a 20-minute walk, so I may go a little longer than that, may walk around the park. I'm also going to try to get some yoga in. We shoveled a lot yesterday, you guys, and we are both very sore. But I just kind of want to shake things out, loosen things up again. Good morning, guys. It's Saturday morning. My parents left early this morning, and Thanksgiving dinner is over. We had a great time on Friday. I have a back-to-back Goofy simulation this week, 8 miles today, 19 miles tomorrow. Convert that to time. That's an hour and 36 minutes or 3 hours and 48 minutes. I'm going to be going by time rather than distance on these two runs because I'm doing them on the treadmill. So the snow we had this week, we had 10 inches, maybe a foot, and it's still lingering. And I know, one of the things about Colorado, usually the snow is gone, by, a few days later. Not so this time around. It has remained cold, it has remained cloudy, and sometimes just when the sun comes out, some of that stuff will melt off, but there's been no disappearance of any of this snow, which is kind of frustrating. So it's icy, and there's a layer of snow. We got a fresh layer of snow last night. So the road conditions, the trail conditions are just going to be too treacherous for a long run like this. If it were a shorter run, I might get my snowshoes out and just kind of slog through the snow that way. I gotta tell you guys, the lack of sunshine is really getting to me. I need the sun to come out, and it looks like in the forecast it's not going to come out for the next couple of days. Couple that with being on the treadmill and embracing the suck. I mean, this is a new level of mental toughness that I've never actually tested myself with. I've done up to an hour and a half on the treadmill, and that's fine, but I've never done almost 4. Anyway, I'm stalling. I need to get my warm-up in and get on the treadmill. Good morning, guys. It is Sunday morning, just before 6 a.m. I have 19 miles or 3 hours and 48 minutes. And I'm gonna do it on that guy right there. This morning it was 17 degrees when I got out of bed. And while that's not usually an issue for me, I'm not going to risk it by running on snow and ice. So I will be attempting the longest run I have ever attempted on a treadmill. I'm breaking this up a little bit. I'm going to try to stay down here as long as I can, but I am going to take short breaks. I have plenty of DVR to catch up on, so a lot of my typical shows that kind of help me check out of my own brain, I have those all loaded up, and I will just be going as long as I can. I'm breaking this up. I have kind of a mathematical breakdown, but generally I'm going to run for an hour, take a break, run for an hour, take a break, and so on until I'm done. This isn't about the physical piece of this, although it is going to hurt toward the end of the day. the hardest part about this is the mental slog. It's hard enough to get out there and do this kind of time and mileage on the road, but when you are really staring at the same view for 3.5 hours, it gets to be a bit much. Guys, this is the thing about training for a long race like this. It's not about putting the miles and the time in, although that is a big factor of it. When we look at a training plan, we'll look at those super long miles and say, gosh, how am I going to do this? When you get to that, it's not the physical piece that we are challenged by. It is the mental toughness. We are building mental muscle just as much as we are physical endurance. So we just got to keep at it. Do the thing, check the box. It doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to be fun, but if we get it done, we are that much more prepared for when race day shows up. Okay guys, I just finished my first show. I'm just gonna keep going, show after show after show. And here's what I'm doing. Every time I take a quick break, I'm gonna fill in my poster a little bit. I'm actually really behind on my poster. I actually am almost completely done. In fact, as of this run today, I will have met my goal of 2019 miles in 2019. So I'm going to take a break every once in a while and fill in some of the squares, and hopefully by the time this run is over, it's all filled in. Back at it. So a lot happened last week, so many wonderful things. I got to just hang out and watch Hallmark Channel with my mom, and it's really only when my mom is around that I'm actually watching the Hallmark Channel. So much Hallmark Channel. I shared meals with my family. I decorated for Christmas. So many great things. However, kind of overshadowing all of that is what our poor dog went through last week. And really, I don't want to get into details on that. I've talked a little bit about it on Instagram and Facebook, so check out those outlets as well. I did stay somewhat on track considering all of that though, between the weather and the holidays and the entertaining and the poor dog. I got 4 runs in, totaling over 31 miles last week, but all of those miles were on the treadmill. That should never, ever be a thing again. I also crossed a major milestone, and I honestly think if I had to look back, historically speaking, this set a new record. I completed my 2019 challenge from Run the Year, 2019 miles in the calendar year, and I reached that on December 1st. I'm very excited about that. Okay, before I go, here is what is coming up on the Go Find Your Awesome social media network. Week 15 coming up, hopefully on time this weekend, will be a lot about Miko and what he's been through this past week and how I've had to work around that and how life really does get in the way and what you do to cut yourself some slack and how you manage that. To give you a quick update, he is doing fine. He's actually right here with the cone of shame on his face and just basically trying to sleep through all of it. Poor guy. He is doing fine though, and he will be out running with me again, hopefully soon. Over on the gofindyourawesome.com blog, I'm a few days late with the Goofy Race and a Half Challenge Training Plan Block 4. That's a mouthful to say, but basically it's the training plan I've written for myself for December. I have made some changes to this training plan because I discovered a few things about it that I could tweak and work a little bit, that would work a little bit more in my favor. Adding some runs, taking away some runs, moving some things around, just kind of help me out. So I'm finishing off that blog and that will be to you hopefully soon. Over on the podcast, Jen and I will be talking about setting goals for the coming year and how to evaluate what those goals might be, what you really want to accomplish. So please check out that. I will leave links to that in the description below. Guys, that's going to be it for me today. I want to thank you so much for watching, for being patient and encouraging me along the way. I want to apologize. I feel like I should apologize, but I also feel like I don't need to for getting this update out late. I know many of you understand what happens when life gets in the way, so thank you for that understanding. My question for you today is this: how you doing? You okay? That's all I got. But again, thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Until the next one, go find your awesome and happy running.